So I said, okay, then you have to play. So I said, what am I going to play? I said, I don't know, you have to play something. That was the first Clovis record, and it had no bass on it because the bass player didn't show up. But as a result, the guitar player played a bass line along with a piano player, and it worked out very well, uncluttered, you know. It was a big hit and established the group. And it was called Don't You Know I Love You.
You're my thrill, you're my chill, you're my all in all. You're my thrill, you're my chill, you're my all in all. You're my thrill, you're my chill, you love you and always will. You're my thrill, baby, you're my chill, you're my all in all.
The KHJ History of Rock and Roll continues in a moment with the first hit from 1953 of a group which had more than a dozen years of successful records.
Love you so.
Ladies, listen to this amazing fabric offer from Sears. Right now, you can save 50% on 5 of Sears' best-selling drapery fabrics. These are Sears' best-selling fabrics at the regular price of $4 a yard. But the price has been cut in half for this sale. So you will pay only $2 a yard. Your choice of fabrics ranges from ultra-fancy to handsome casual stylings, and there are 60 beautiful decorator colors. Here's an example of the money you can save during Sears' fabulous half-price drapery sale. The regular cost for one of these fine fabrics, including the custom workmanship on 12-foot by 95-inch ceiling-to-floor draperies, is $122. But you will save a big $48 at Sears' fabric sale price of just $74. Call Sears today. Save 50% on Sears' best-selling drapery fabrics. Custom traverse rods and installation available. Pay no money down on Sears' easy payment plan. But hurry, this great sale ends soon. All Sears stores open till 9:30 p.m.
When fever blisters and cold sores are a real problem, when they dry, crack, and hurt so badly they bring tears to your eyes, you need Camphofenique. For this soothing liquid antiseptic penetrates deep, so the fever blister or cold sore dries and heals quickly and painlessly from underneath. And Camphofenique lubricates and softens fever blisters to prevent painful cracking. Yes, you'll say Camphofenique is wonderful for fast healing of fever blisters and cold sores. Get Camphofenique.
The history of rock and roll. You know the landlord rang my front doorbell. I let it ring for a long, long spell. I went to the window and peeped through the blind and asked him to tell me what was on his mind. He said, "What, honey? Yes, what, honey? What, honey? If you wanna stay here with me." I was clean and screen and so hard pressed. I called the woman that I love best. I finally got my baby by the 3:30. She said, "I'd like to know what you want with me." I said, "My honey, 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 my honey, if you wanna get along with me." She screamed and said, "What's wrong with you? From this day on, our romance is through." I said, "Tell me, baby, face to face, how could another man take my place?" She said, "Money, honey, money, honey, oh, money, honey, if you wanna get along with me, yeah."
Clyde McFadder, who had been the lead singer of the Dominoes, but he was fired by them. I went to hear the Dominoes one night, and I said, "My God, but is Clyde McFadder sick?" I said, "No, man." I said, "We just fired him, you know." We formed a group around him which we called the Drifters.
The year after Clyde McFadder and the Drifters came out with Money Honey was marked by a song which has frequently been pegged as the first rock and roll record. The Crew Cuts covered it, but the original version of Shaboom was by the Chords.
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Hum, whoa, whoa, bip, a bip, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Every time I look at you, something is all about. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine.
Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, oh, dip, a bip, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom, boom. Ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, oh, bip, a bip, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom.
The early 50s produced flocks of groups named after birds, among them the orioles, the flamingos, the penguins, the robins, the wrens, the meadowlarks, and the cardinals. The spaniels led a mild revolt against this feathered trend, but it didn't taper down until several years later, perhaps killed by Stan Freberg's satirical formation of a group called the Toads. Meanwhile, though, back in 1954, one of the biggest records of the year was a song called G, performed by a group named the Crows.
Hey, hey.
1954 was the year of another rhythm and blues landmark in the KHJ history of rock and roll, a record which used a traditional blues structure of verse, repeat verse, and answer line. For example, get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. While you get in that kitchen, make some noise with pots and pans. The original version of Shake, Rattle, and Roll was sung by Joe Turner, a piano-playing blues singer from Kansas City who had first come to prominence in the 1930s. He was 43 years old when Shake, Rattle, and Roll turned him into a rock and roll star. Joe Turner's version, though, was outsold by a cover record, a later copy of the song by a Philadelphia country and western singer, Bill Haley. Cover records of rhythm and blues songs, or race records as they were called in the late 40s and early 50s, were common. The Crew Cuts, the Diamonds, and several other groups made careers with pale cover versions of R&B hits. Jerry Lieber, who teamed with Mike Stoller to write dozens of rhythm and blues hits, including all the Coasters records and Hound Dog by Elvis Presley, has several thoughts about why cover records were common and why blues and rhythm and blues songs often did not make the pop hit parade.
Blues was considered déclassé. It was considered, I don't know, dirty music. And a lot of the records, the early days, were called race records, and a lot of the lyrics were double entendre. And a lot of the artistic value or cultural value that rested in a lot of that music was totally ignored because of just existing mores and attitudes. And so a lot of it was ridiculed and condemned.